The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Friday morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, sometimes I feel stupid saying this every morning. I am Ed. I think everybody should probably know who we are by now, but for those that are new, I'm Ed, and we got Carol with us this morning. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, everyone.
And then we got Pedro.
It is Friday.
TGIF.
Yes.
So
It's knocking it
anyway,
on
we
our
got
door.
Go ahead, Pedro. I'm sorry.
No, I said it's knocking in our door.
That's it. Well, we in it. We in the middle of it now. So, anyway, for tonight we have movie night on our interest group. And what did I say I was playing? Oh my goodness,
The Mother.
Yeah, the mother with Jennifer Lopez. It's actually a really, really good movie. Now that I refresh myself on it, I have seen it before. It is a relatively good movie. So if you like, drama and action and suspense, come on out, check it out. 6:00 tonight, p.m. Of course, Pacific Standard Time, and then let's get all your snacks and whatever together that you may like to have while you're watching the movie, or should I say listening to a good movie. But yeah, we'll get started this evening about 6 p.m. So come check us out for that and all that kind of good stuff. And as always, if you got a movie suggestion, whatever, please feel free to, shoot me an email, info@blindunited.org. I'll pull it up and get it in my library so I have it, and then hopefully we can play it soon. Again, everything about Blind United, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to share with us, whatever, info@blindunited.org. Like I said, you can share your favorite movie with us. These articles and stuff we do, if you something that you would like us to talk about, a specific topic or whatever, shoot me a email again and let me know what that is. And I'll do the research and whatever, and come up with an article on it. So, other than that, it is Friday, and I guess maybe we need to get started. I think this first one here, Pedro, you're going to kind of like this one. It's all about how AI is now, I guess I got enough data out there to show how it can help us be more productive. So check this out, and then we'll get back at you on the other side.
Today on Coffee Time, smart tools, smarter living, how AI is reshaping productivity at work and home. Whether you're leading a team, planning your week, or just trying to keep your inbox from overflowing, artificial intelligence is transforming how we stay productive. Today on Coffee Time, we explore how AI tools are making everyday tasks easier, faster, and more efficient, both in the workplace and at home. Brain AI for work, from meetings to memos, smarter and faster. Let's start at the office, or wherever you get your work done. These AI tools are redefining productivity. Microsoft Copilot. Built into Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, and Outlook, Copilot drafts emails, summarizes long documents, and analyzes data with ease. Think of it as your digital assistant that actually gets stuff done. Notion AI. If you're managing a project or juggling team collaboration, Notion AI can help you summarize notes, brainstorm content, and organize your digital workspace, all in one place. Otter.ai, meeting fatigue? Otter transcribes conversations in real time, identifies key points, and delivers summaries so you can focus on the discussion, not the note-taking. Claude by Anthropic. Seamlessly integrated with Google Workspace, Claude summarizes emails, highlights action items, and keeps you informed without needing to read through pages of text. How's with Arden AI at home? Organize life, not just work. At home, AI is also stepping up to help you manage the little things that make a big difference. ChatGPT, from planning meals and writing shopping lists to composing birthday messages and organizing events, ChatGPT is a versatile tool for personal planning and creative tasks. Any.do, need help managing your to-do list? Any.do is a powerful task manager that syncs with your calendar, helps set reminders, and ensures nothing slips through the cracks. Adapt AI. Productivity isn't just about getting things done. It's also about wellness. Adapt AI tracks stress levels and suggests custom interventions like stretch breaks or meditation prompts to help keep your mental health on track. Wrench tips for getting the most out of AI tools. Before you go all in, here's how to integrate AI into your routine without feeling overwhelmed. Start small. Choose one tool to explore and get familiar with before adding more. Customize settings. Adjust AI responses to match your goals and style. Review regularly, evaluate how the tools are helping you, and tweak as needed. Stay updated. AI tools evolve fast. Check for new features that can enhance your workflow. The bottom line, more time for what matters. AI doesn't replace your responsibilities, it simplifies them. By automating repetitive tasks and providing personalized assistance, these tools free up time and mental space so you can focus on what matters most, whether it's growing your business or enjoying dinner with your family. Which AI tool do you use the most or want to try next? Let us know in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, again, I mean, I've been saying this since, we AI started first being released, and became part of what everybody's doing nowadays. I've been encouraging everybody to use it. I'm trying to be an example, and I'm using it a lot more. I mean, man, this article, it talked about a bunch of new models, that I'm not really familiar with. But the interesting thing is the one I guess I'm going to try to get into next, following the guidelines. It says, right, get comfortable with one and then start trying to, maybe integrating some others into your thing. So I guess the next one I want to integrate is going to be the, what is it, the Copilot. I mean, again, a Microsoft thing, and let me see if I can do something with that where it can help me, with some of my routine stuff. It's all about efficiency. I mean, last few weeks I've been doing a couple things that save me some time throughout the week. But if I can get Copilot to maybe automate some of that stuff for me, then man, that just gives me more time to be able to do other things. So I'm good with it. I mean, I know we discussed the other night when we were doing our AI for beginners class. I mean, Carol, you're starting to play with AI. You're getting better with it. So how you feel about all this productivity that you can do with it?
I really like it. AI is just getting better and greater each and every day. And it sounds like they're, integrating a whole lot more that can help us throughout life, with every task that we have. So I either got to get with it or I'm going to get left behind. So I'm trying to, grab it all in and just do it, gradually and incorporate what works for me. So that I can live my best life.
Right. Well, I mean, again, like the article says, and like we try to do in in the AI for beginners group, I mean, again, it's about getting comfortable with it, right? And learning how to use it, learning how to prompt it. I mean, do I even know the full extent of what I can do with chat? No, I don't. I know there's a lot more that I can probably do over there with that one. That's the one I use on a regular basis, but again, get comfortable with it, learn what you can about it, and then start incorporating other ones in there because, again, the model is what it is. I mean, basically, it's that. It's a model. 9 times out of 10, they could be for specific things. Like, that's what it sounded like to me within the article. All these other ones that they were talking about, if you notice, every time they mentioned one, they had a specific task in mind that was attached to that model. So I think I'm correct on that, right, Pedro?
I didn't hear the last part, the question part. That
Well, I was saying that, like in the article, it basically was stating, get comfortable with one, learn what you can about it before you start integrating other ones in there, right?
hmm
And then all of the various new ones that I hadn't really heard of that they discussed in the article. Like I was saying, a lot of these models are just that. They're models, and they're all, a lot of times, they're for specific tasks because that's what I heard in the article. The ones that they were discussing in there were for specific tasks. So, that's why it's good
yeah,
to be able to know how to use several of them.
they're each could do different tasks. Like for example, they mentioned Claw AI, and Claw has different different models within it. I know Claus is trying to work with education right now and setting up an education AI specifically for students. Right now they're working with colleges and stuff, but they might start working with K through 12. So it's always good to explore. I know one that they didn't put was Gemini. Gemini is another one I use. I used Claude before. Um, you get different results and stuff. Some could do certain tasks a little better.
Right.
I've been sticking to chat and creating projects, and then there's also ways of training your own AI officially in the back ends of ChatGPT. And then, what I noticed with OpenAI, I'm able to get API keys and do other things in the background. And even though for those that are thinking about API keys and things like that, just be aware it could get expensive a little bit with the tokens used. But that's more advanced. But I'm just stating something for you guys to know.
Well, definitely advanced because I don't even know what the hell API is.
Right, Ed.
I
Speaking
mean,
of
But
foreign
I
language,
mean, now,
Pedro.
now let me go here. I do see the projects within my chat, but I have no idea as to how to use them or create a project, whatever.
hmm
Right now I'm just using chat bots. You know what I'm saying? And I got different chats for different projects that I'm working on.
yeah. Okay.
So now how do I, as far as getting in and turning them into projects, I'm not there yet. But
hmm
I mean, they did mention one, and I don't know, was that crawl they was talking about with through Google? I know it was something about helping with the Google Mail and stuff like that,
Oh no, it was
summarizing your mail.
Claw, and it was helping through Google Docs.
Okay, well, they had one in there that they mentioned it was about helping summarize the emails and stuff as well. So, and there
Yeah.
was
I
a
think you
Google
could do
one.
that.
So,
You could do that with
uh,
Claw and Chat. You could have Chat check your inbox and sort out which is spam and which is that. You know what I mean? But this is more advanced, setting up agents and stuff to do
wow.
tasks for you.
Well, I mean, again, but all this being said is, again, you got to get comfortable with it. I mean, it's here. It ain't going nowhere. They're integrating it more and more and more into our daily life.
Yeah.
So you might as well get with it and learn how to use it before it learns how to use you. You know.
Right.
Because that's, I mean, if you don't, then that's what it's going to end up being. I mean, we're going to end up with a Skynet situation, you know.
Yeah, and
Uh,
and and we do got AIs that I see people online working. I know there's a couple of blind individuals that working on a certain AI for blind people. You know, there's other projects going on with AI, and within our community, these these just more of the popular ones that you are able to use. I know they released the Envision AI. People are kind of disappointed with that, but feel free to use that one. But you do have access to certain AIs. They got when I was out at CSUN, I know the application is a little 2 months late. They were gonna release a beta version, but they got navigation and AI integrated in this one application that is tailored for blind people coming out.
Mm.
right. Well, I mean, and again, you know, sometimes, you know, people have expectations. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, and then I still appreciate and be my eyes. I mean, was it last year in July that at the convention they brought out, you know, what their live AI, right? Live interaction. And it was supposed to have been opened up later that month. And here it is, you know, almost a year later. We don't have it yet, you know. So, I mean, again, but that don't mean it ain't coming. You know, again, some people, they just, you know, they put it out there, and the bottom line, I guess they found bugs, and they're still trying to work their way through some of this stuff. You know, I mean, Meta, they have theirs. Is it perfect? No, it ain't perfect, but it works. You know, so again, all that stuff is coming. So I, I encourage everybody. You know, I don't care what level you're at. You know, learn how to use it because it's going to be integrated in everything we do. I mean, everything I do now. I mean, I look at my bank when I open up my app and I go in there. It's got an AI called Fargo. You know, like I said, the one in Microsoft is Copilot. You know, what's the other one we got on Zoom is what AI assist or whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. AI assist and it's summarize your meetings, you know.
Right. Well, that's one thing we use it for, but we don't even know what its full potential is yet. You know what I'm
Oh, but I
saying?
ask it questions, Ed. You
You
can give
know,
it prompts like give me where my name has been mentioned, give me to-do list, give me expectations of with my what I'm expected to do or this other person. You could put different names and get different, you know. You are
right,
able to talk to it and stuff and get certain results, you know.
right, right. But again, it's all about learning how to use it, learning how to
Hmm.
prompt it, you know, how to get the results that you want, you know. So, but
And the
again, go ahead, Carol.
I was just going to say the cool thing about that is you can learn all of that through the interest groups that are, presented here at Blind United, to where you can feel more comfortable as a beginner or as someone that's advanced, because all of those classes are, you know, part of this platform.
Right, right, right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna say we was the first, but we the first to actually offer a regular group on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a a couple Facebook groups out there that are playing around with AI a little bit, but I don't see anybody that's actually offering number one training, number two free training
Right.
on
That part.
on this kind of stuff, you know. And it's not like, you know, where you're logging in and doing a module kind of thing. It's more, you know, no, it's one on one. We want to work with you. We don't want to go too fast. We want to make sure that you comprehend, you know, what it is we're trying to help you with before you move on to the next part. So, uh, anyway, that's where we are with the AI stuff. Again, I encourage everybody to get with it because, like I said, if you don't get with it, it's gonna get with you one way or the other.
True.
So all right. Well, let's run these promos and then we can get into the next article.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
June 21st, got a vibe so right. Come through the service and a day tonight. It's Blind United, yeah, we're bringing the flair. Crafts and colors floating in the air. Jewels that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. Jewel that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. You want a table, just $25. Bring your vision, your craft, your luck. Vendors welcome, come show your pride. Let your work shine, let your soul ride. It's more than a fair, it's a moment to share with a community that truly cares. So email us now, don't miss your spot. info@blindunited.org, we got a lot. Jewel that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. So come vibe with the crew, enjoy the day. Blind United has got it set our way. June 21st, bring your smile and light. Art and love, yeah, we'll shine so bright.
All right. Well, I'll shorten that up a little bit. But anyway, again, I mean, crafting, like I said, jewels that shine. I know for sure we're going to have people there that make jewelry, whatever your favorite gemstones are, or whatever colors or whatever the type of stones you want, beads or stones or whatever, they do a lot of that kind of stuff. I mean, I know we're going to have people that do different types of things. Like we know one lady that makes like peanut brittle, stuff like that. Got another lady makes shea butter products, So, I mean, again, there's going to be a lot of different stuff out there. I mean, either, if you are into crafting or, entrepreneur, make a product that, you want to come out there and get a table and try to sell your products, whatever, get the word out about your product, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're just into, coming out and hanging out with the community, see what we can do. Come on by, Again, that's going to be June 21st, and that's going to be at the Service Center for Independent Life in Claremont. So, all right, well, let me see. We have this next one is I've been avoiding this all week. I've been doing everything I can trying to stay away from this guy, but we just really can't. You know what I'm saying? So check out what he's doing to our U.S. Treasury.
Today on Coffee Time, the Great Retreat, why investors are turning away from U.S. dollars and treasuries. A financial storm is brewing, and it's not just Wall Street that's feeling the pressure. Today on Coffee Time, we dive into the growing investor retreat from the U.S. dollar and Treasury securities, a shift fueled by trade tensions, rising interest rates, and mounting concerns over America's economic leadership. Let's unpack what's driving the decline, what it means for the markets, and how it could impact your wallet. Chart decreasing a sharp slide in the dollar. Since President Donald Trump's inauguration, the U.S. dollar index has tumbled nearly 10%, with more than half of that drop occurring in April alone. This sudden decline reflects a broader erosion of investor confidence in U.S. fiscal policy and global trade strategy. So, what's behind the slide? Police Garlight key factors fueling the flight. Escalating trade war. The administration's aggressive 145% tariff on Chinese imports has shaken global supply chains and sparked fears of a recession. What was intended to protect U.S. industries is instead feeding economic uncertainty both domestically and abroad. Souring investor sentiment. A recent Bank of America survey revealed that over 60% of global fund managers believe the dollar is now overvalued, marking the most bearish sentiment in nearly 2 decades. The perception of risk is rising and faith in the dollar is slipping. Treasury market turmoil. Even U.S. government bonds, long considered a safe haven in uncertain times, are under pressure. The 10-year Treasury yield surged from 4.01% to 4.58% in just 1 week, an indication that investors are pulling out, pushing yields higher and borrowing costs up. A move to safer shores. Capital is flowing to traditionally stable alternatives. The Japanese yen and Swiss franc are gaining strength, while gold prices have hit record highs. Investors are clearly looking for safety outside of U.S. assets. Warning why it matters. This simultaneous sell-off in dollars and treasuries points to a deeper crisis of confidence in U.S. economic stewardship. Some economists warn that if the trend continues, it could weaken the dollar's role as the world's reserve currency, an outcome that would reshape global finance and diminish U.S. economic influence on the world stage. Memo the Mar-a-Lago Accord, a solution or a spark? In response to these mounting concerns, the Trump administration has floated the idea of a Mar-a-Lago Accord, a sweeping proposal to restructure global trade and monetary agreements. While the plan's full details are still emerging, critics argue that it may do more harm than good, potentially deepening international tensions and shaking investor confidence even further. Light bulb looking ahead. What happens next depends on whether policymakers can restore faith in the U.S. financial system and whether global investors are willing to give it another chance. For everyday Americans, this uncertainty could mean higher loan rates, fluctuating stock markets, and rising costs for imported goods. Are we witnessing a short-term reaction or the beginning of a long-term realignment? Let us know what you think in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
So this Mar-a-Lago Accord, well, before I get into that, Tisha says good morning. Good morning, Tisha. But this Mar-a-Lago, I mean, so what is he doing? He's trying to use Mar-a-Lago as his main headquarters, and he's trying to create this secret accord with all of these different companies and countries to do something different than what we're doing. So, I mean, if that's the case, then, I mean, it seemed like if that's the case, then it leads me to believe that everything he's doing at this point is intentional. He's trying to crash the world economic thing, right? So that he can create some new one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just sounds crazy to me. Man, it's just he's killing the dollar. That's one thing that's for sure. He's definitely killing the dollar. So, and that ain't good when your dollar doesn't have as much power as it used to have. I mean, that's a bad situation. So, wow. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, have we ever heard of anything like this before? No, not from a president. And, they might accidentally do something that, they didn't perceive that it would have the effect that it did. And, but they immediately try to fix it, right? Well, I mean, this guy, just like he does stuff and then sits back and starts rubbing his hands together, like he's getting ready to eat a big, thick steak or something. I don't know. So, anyway, what's your take on all this, girl?
It's just stupid. We need we need money to survive, and it just seems like the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and I don't see any relief in sight, because it doesn't seem like anything that he decides to do is beneficial for us Americans. That is where we live, right? Are we in America?
I hear you.
Yeah, doesn't seem like he's for us at all.
But as they've been saying in the news lately, whatever, think about this: 100 billionaire families, companies and families, they're the ones that's been, financing, not only his campaign, but that that far right movement, whatever, right? That
Mm-hmm.
and that movement has taken us closer and closer to this oligarchy type of situation, and no, I mean that's not what America's about. So I just hope that these federal judges, even the ones he's appointed, they keep getting in his way. So, what's your take on it, Pedro?
Um, yeah, different multiple points. Number one, I believe he's trying to have things run through Mar-a-Lago so he could put more money in his pocket. When he got elected the first time, he was like, "I'm giving out my what I get paid from being a president into a charity every check." Well, it seems now it's an entire different opinion and view of him now, the way he's conducting himself to make the government pay for his golfing trips at his Mar-a-Lago home. Well, Mar-a-Lago. Now, even the Secret Service gets charged. Even their room service, everything gets charged. Their tiles, the amenities they use for the president. They're there because of the president. Now he's making that go high. That's expensive. Number two, him having meetings in Mar-a-Lago with these foreign entities and foreign governments, I guess you could say it's like to pay himself off or them to pay. Imagine a foreign leader coming to your resort and ordering hundreds and thousands of dollars of room service, amenities, and all this stuff. And who gets that money? Think about that one. Okay. He was a president. Number three, he was a president and now has the Saudis making golf tours in his resort. And who's getting that money? That's conflict of interest. Number four is he is weakening our dollar that there's this other currency going. It's called the BRICS. It's nations, including Russia, together, and more investors are trying to go around the dollar, that they're going to the BRICS currency, instead of trading within dollars. So if you really look at it, President Trump is not American. He's if you we want to kind of think, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Think about it. Weaken the dollar, who gets the benefit? China and Russia. They get that money over there. Who has businesses in China and Russia and stuff like that in contracts? The billionaires. What Trump is trying to do, he's trying to do real estate, have businesses over there, have foreign governments come to his Mar-a-Lago. This is un-American. This is someone that is not following the rule of law on any processes of due, due process of government. This is a person that uses his executive power to push down on media companies and corporations and colleges to bend to his will. We have gone past. We have gone past normal. We're on uncharted territory, because when it benefits him, he's like, the courts, yeah, we got to uphold the courts. But when it doesn't benefit him, he's like, oh, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. They don't have an army. They don't have jurisdiction. He always belittles them. He always calls them
That
stupid. He
judge
calls
needs to
them
be
names.
removed or whatever.
Yes, so we're past someone that that does not care about our American values. He's all for himself and for his crew that's following him. And if y'all been following the news, Marjorie Taylor Greene is under heat of fire because of what she's done in these fluctuations in the market, and she made thousands or even millions of dollars in this last market ups and downs that we've been having, and I believe she should be under investigation.
Oh
But
yeah.
Trump has put who uh FBI uh agent right there, a co-op, somebody that is co-opted to follow Trump. He has
Hmm.
put these different people in these leaderships that is going to provide cover, so we might not even expect nothing to happen to this lady and the
Right.
corruption. And they talk about Nancy Pelosi and they talk about these and the Democrats doing that. Look, folks, it's time to say it how it is. They're deflecting, and whatever they're saying that Democrats are doing, they're doing. They call us traitors, they're traitors. Think about it. Trump has put our allies in a tough place that they have to go around the US dollar. And he's welcoming Russia. He's welcoming different aspects, adversaries. I don't call them enemies. There are adversaries because we're on a arms race. We've always kind of been in the arms race, but you know, sometimes I feel like this president just has thrown everything out the window. Some Democrats are barely picking up the mantle and trying to fight. AOC and Bernie, regardless, they've been doing it from the beginning. I'm saying the more established Democrats, the more in the leadership, you know.
Right.
And he keeps blaming Biden. Biden is over there at the beach kicking up his shoes, kicking up his feet. Like,
Don't blame him.
bro, what you having a bromance or what's going on?
Well, I mean, again, he secretly, well, not secretly, publicly hates who he secretly admires.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? I mean,
Yes, it does.
he's publicly hating Biden because, bottom line, Biden did more than any other president in the last 50 years. In 4 years, he did it,
Right.
right? So,
Right.
he secretly admires that, but, you know, in public, he's going to hate all of that,
Of course.
and because of that hate, now what's he want to do? He wants to come in and destroy everything Biden did and wants to claim that, everything was wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when
And that's the
in
wrong idea,
actuality,
right,
it was
man?
right, huh?
I said that's the wrong idea that he's like, even if it's good, I want to take it away because of
Yeah,
Biden. That's the wrong idea to have.
you know.
Someone that is a leader.
Right.
So, I mean, it's truly, truly sad what he's doing.
Because we're the ones that are suffering from all of this just chaos that he's just placing out there, and it's awful.
And then we're going to continue to suffer. I mean, when you haven't never had life, I mean, it's just like, okay, let's go here with him doing like that favor for Elon, and he did the commercial at the White House for the Tesla, right?
Right.
Biden don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, not Biden, but Trump don't even know how to drive. So why is he buying a Tesla that he's never going to be able to drive? I mean, if he even gets in the car and goes around the block, somebody else is going to be driving it for him.
True.
Yeah, but I believe it's more of the visual. Think about it. What is the visual there?
I mean, I get the
Billionaires.
visual.
We're we're selling cars. This is corporate America, not United States of America.
Well, and come to find out, Pedro, I seen something the other day, and there's a
Hmm.
little bit more to this as far as him trying to bump Tesla. Ain't nobody paying attention to what Ford is doing.
Hmm.
Okay, Ford has blown him out of the water with the what do they call it, the Lightning, the F-150 Lightning. which is the
Oh.
full
Oh, the
electric
truck.
truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then now Ford also came with a electric Mustang
Ooh.
SUV.
Ooh.
It's like a sedan. Yeah, kind of like a SUV
Right.
sedan in between. I rode it. Nice,
And they
nice.
are killing the market around the world.
Mm.
They've actually even got other little small, cars that they're using over in Europe that they're not even selling over here.
Wow.
So bottom line, Ford secretly is blowing Tesla out the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what made all of that possible? And Tesla didn't even think about it. Elon didn't even think about it. When he did it, he partnered with Ford to allow Ford to use his Tesla charging stations. So now he gave Ford access to his charging infrastructure.
Wow.
Okay, so think about that part. But anyway, they gonna get theirs on the other end. But so we be on our time for this segment. Let's get into these last couple promos, and then I know Pedro's gonna love this last article. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Do you need to talk? Are you struggling with your mental health? Are you struggling with substance abuse issues? Call the Orange County NAMI Warm Line. That number is 877-910-9276. That number again is 877-910-9276.
All right. Well, anyway, Pedro, you're going to love this one. They actually did a study over in Germany on something you speak on regularly. So let's check out the article.
Today on Coffee Time, free money, full-time work? What Germany's UBI experiment reveals. What happens when you give people a monthly income, no strings attached, for 3 straight years? Do they stop working? Do they follow their passions? Or does nothing really change? Today on Coffee Time, we take a closer look at a recent Universal Basic Income, UBI, study out of Germany that offers valuable insights into these questions. The results might surprise you. The setup, a real-world UBI trial. Germany's UBI experiment was conducted by the non-profit Main Grundeinkommen and supported by the German Institute for Economic Research, DIW Berlin. A total of 122 individuals aged 21 to 40 received €1,200 per month, about $1,365, tax-free and with no conditions, for 3 years. They were selected from over 1.5 million applicants and compared to a control group of 1,580 individuals who received no such payments. Work habits hold steady. One of the most commonly voiced concerns about UBI is that it might reduce motivation to work. However, this study found no such effect. On average, recipients continued to work 40 hours per week, almost identical to those in the control group. Rather than replacing income or encouraging complacency, the payments seemed to offer a financial cushion that allowed participants to make more intentional life decisions. Freedom to explore. Freed from the immediate pressure of making ends meet, some participants used their newfound stability to pursue education, start training programs, or explore new careers. One participant began studying to become a yoga instructor, crediting the UBI with making that transition possible. For others, it was an opportunity to shift to more meaningful or less stressful work. Mental health and well-being improve. The study also examined the emotional and psychological impact of UBI. Participants reported improvements in several key areas. Reduced stress, better sleep, improved mental health, a slight increase in life satisfaction, 7.3 out of 10 compared to 7.1 in the control group. While these changes may seem modest, they reinforce the idea that financial security contributes to personal well-being in ways that go beyond dollars and cents. A strong research model. Researchers used a randomized controlled trial design, the most rigorous method available for evaluating causal effects. While the sample size was limited and much of the data was self-reported, the design allowed scientists to isolate the impact of basic income from other variables. The conclusion: UBI did not decrease employment and did have a positive impact on participants' quality of life. Why it matters. As economic debates around automation, wage inequality, and job stability continue, studies like this one are shaping global conversations about the future of work and income. The German trial challenges the notion that financial support leads to laziness and adds meaningful evidence to the case for UBI as a policy tool. It also underscores the value of allowing individuals to make choices based on interest and well-being, rather than necessity alone. What would you do with a guaranteed income each month? Would it change your career path, your education goals, or how you spend your time? Let us know in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, excuse me, but I see it as a positive. When I was doing the article, I was sitting thinking about it. What a universal basic income for most people, what it would give most people, I guess you could call it, is peace of mind. Like you say, putting you in a position where you no longer have to stress on how to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Now you got money. You got money. You can pay your bills. You can, don't have to stress on, how am I going to pay this month, or how am I going to pay that month, whatever. That money's coming in, once you get them bills caught up or paid off, whatever the case may be, now you got money. You can say, okay, you know what? I really don't like what I'm doing. Let me go take a class on doing massage therapy or yoga or whatever. Maybe you want to go take a course in something else, to advance your career. Now you have the ability to do that. Where when you sitting there trying to figure out how you're going to put dinner on the table tomorrow, you can't even think about that. So again, a universal basic income, I think is a good thing. I think about, where I'm at now. I've moved on. I got, my income that I got coming in, but at the same time, I created something else where I could subsidize my income. Does it come in every month? No, it doesn't. But when it does come in, it gives me that cushion. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a kind of a frugal person, I don't deplete myself of that cushion. You know what I'm saying? I keep that cushion. And then that way, when my bills come in, you know what? I ain't got to stress on them. I just pay my bills and be done with it. I don't have to worry about, man, I got to get the money to pay my light bill. Oh, I got to get the money to, get groceries or whatever the case may be. You got that cushion. It gives you that peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And with peace of mind comes what? Now you can relax. Now you can enjoy yourself. Now you can sleep better. All of these good things. So, again, I'm with it. If we just figure out what that would be here, the way things are going right now, they ain't gonna have no money left to be able to give everybody a basic income. But Again, in the future, if there's something that comes up, I think it'd be a good thing. How about you, Carol?
Ooh, I mean, I'm hoping that you all can hear me. I was, trying to talk with my travel agent to book a trip to Germany to just, see if I could jump in since I was a little bit older than the trial that they have going on. But I think this is absolutely brilliant. You're absolutely right. It just gives you a peace of mind knowing that you have an income that's coming in, and you can sleep better. You can focus on a whole lot more. You're less stressed. All of these things that we as individuals here in America worry about, just trying to make ends meet. So I I mean, you're right. I'm hoping that we will have enough money to possibly do something like that here. But absolutely brilliant. Really.
Well, I mean, again, it's getting to a point where we can afford to do that.
Right.
I mean, again, I was thinking while you were talking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of folks out there, even the folks that's on public assistance, right?
Right.
It's still going to help them. It's going to help them, bump up their lifestyle. Help them get rid of their stress because number one, they at the bottom of the pile, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're living on the basics of life, the basic income. I mean, the minimal, and more often than not, getting less than what is actually required to live a basic lifestyle, and by giving, another, according to what the article was saying, like 1,300 a month, right?
Right.
Hell, I know people that don't get 1,300 a month.
Me too, Ed. Me too.
So that's definitely going to help them bump up their lifestyle and maybe have the ability to go out and get some training. You might turn them around from, what I can do better than this, and do something better with their life. So anyway, come on, Pedro, because I know you talk about this basic income all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, having a part of mind, knowing that you're stable, knowing that you have a little extra coming in that you're able to play with, that you're able to grow, that you're able to excel and move forward in your life and move a level higher. Um, One thing that I noticed, you saw how the article says that they were expecting people to either f off the money, and this is where you always hear f off the money, alcohol, or drugs. When it comes to this, you hear that.
Quit their job.
Quit their job and be lazy. You hear this a lot from the right, okay?
True.
And it's not even that. Some people are not getting paid a living wage. Some people have to work two or three jobs, or the couples have to work two jobs each one to maintain a household of three children plus them. Um, we are in the horizon right now. We're looking into the horizon, and it's coming up quick with AI. There's gonna be displacement. It's rather fix your tires now before you start hitting this bumpy road and get it flat. You know, start planning ahead because think about it. If everyone gets, let's just baseline it at 2,000. That gives you money to even pay your bills, all credit card, like this said, over 60%. I don't know the number, but a lot of people after COVID have been using their reserves, meaning they've been dipping into their credit cards. Okay,
Yeah.
even though that's gonna benefit those companies, it's gonna benefit society. Also, with the shopping that they might do, a new appliance they might want, um, education. So it's gonna benefit different sectors in our society. The thing is that with the job displacement that's coming, having a UBI is more more common sense than, oh, we're gonna find you a different job. Okay, you've been a truck driver for 40 years, but now we're gonna get you into a tech job. You like tech? And The person might not even know how to type, might not even know some of the principles of where they want to place them. Some of these manual jobs might be going by the website. So having a UBI, a universal income, right? Everybody gets it. No matter your status, no matter if you're rich, no matter if you're poor. You get it, there's no way to complain. One of the biggest programs that you can see an example of is the Social Security program. The Social Security program is so popular. It's over 80% of people in the United States like this program. This program, when it was not, when it was not, it founded, we had elderly people. That means our grandmas, our grandpas, our uncles that are elderly. 40% of them were homeless, almost to 50. Think about that. And when Social Security came out, that number went down from 40% to just under 10% of elderlies being homeless. A program that saved our grandma, our grandfather. And now it's under attack by administration saying that it's lazy people and all that. But just to put that aside with the UBI program, just to put it all together, that program is so popular. I believe this UBI can be popular also if we implement it the right way. If there's no holds bar of what you can do with the money, you know, you could start with families. There might be fathers or mothers out there that want to go back to school but can't. But subsidizing that with some of this income and paying the bills, so some of this income may give them free time, or they could pay for online courses. Gives a family a hand up instead of a slap and a hand down and pointing a finger saying you're just taking from these programs. When you see them being the biggest welfare queens, and I'm talking about billionaires and corporations, but they want to point the finger and look down on us when we want a little help, when we want $400 or $500 for food, when they're getting billions and millions of dollars. I think it's kind of backwards.
Yeah.
To think about us that, oh, if we give them free money, they're just gonna go and get drugs and get drunk and alcohol and spend it off. But look at them. Look what they do. They buy their yachts. They buy their big old yachts that has another yacht that patrols and guides their big yacht.
Well, I mean, again, free money is always going to be popular, but
Right.
but again, just finding a way to help people cover their basic necessities is going to be a plus. I mean, again, folks that are born with, I'm not even going to say silver, I'm going to say golden spoons in their mouth, you know, they don't understand what it is to struggle. They don't understand, what it is to, you know, eat some of the little cheap stuff that we eat, like bologna and crackers, potted meat and crackers, all these little cheap things that we eat, right? They don't understand that. I mean, because they've always had whatever they want, whenever they want, so it doesn't affect them. They have no comprehension of what that life is even about, so again, just being able to satisfy people's basic needs is going to be a plus. You know what I'm saying? And then, so again, take that, $1,300 a month, add that to a minimum wage job, man, now you can live, not extravagantly, but you can live comfortably. You know
Almost
what I'm saying?
stress-free. Almost stress-free.
Almost stress-free,
Stress is one of the number one always cause of a family breaking up. Stress causes death. Stress causes health issues. Stress causes a lot of our body issues. And one more thing before we go, also, if you look at the White House right now, none of us is getting none of the American people are getting represented. You want to know why? Because the ones inside there are billionaires. How many
I mean, this whole
billionaires?
cabinet is billionaires.
And
Yes.
and most of the society in America, we're not billionaires, so we're
Not
not
No,
even
getting
millionaires.
representative. We're not represented in
we're
the
not
White
in
House.
this. We're not in the same mindset.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's crazy. I'm with the UBI. You know, so anyway, we are beyond our hour. So thank you for everybody for coming in. Of course, Tisha and anybody maybe watching this later on, whatnot. As always, you know, in closing, please like, subscribe, follow, hit the notifications, share, comment, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're checking us out on. Please do that. It really does help, and we would really appreciate it. One final note again, Jennifer Lopez, the mother. Come on out and check her out tonight. It's a great action film, a lot of suspense and drama going on. So I ain't gonna tell nothing to give the movie away. I'll say it's come check it out with us. Get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your edibles, whatever it is you do. Come check it out. And, you know, come hang out with us. All right. So everybody enjoy their weekend, and we will see you again next week. Have a great weekend.